come to report, starting around 8 o'clock when it got dark, they set up the shop. They were waiting for it to get dark. And they go quietly under the floors and they engage in warfare that I can never talk about. Everything I've witnessed here, I can't talk about it. But every day I still wake the fuck up in here, man. I have to plug my ears. Every day I wake up with these fucking beasts that think this is a life. And to make so much fucking incredible noise everywhere you go. All day. All night. They think that's existence. So much noise that people have to physically plug their ears in reflex because it's instinctive. I noticed they were on such heavy narcotic drugs here years ago that the sirens and really painful fucking noises didn't jar them. And they just walked down the street staring at something ahead of them, just staring. These are white yuppie people. The same type of white yuppie people that were in Chicago that fucking destroyed my life. I don't want to go back to Chicago. I don't want to go back to the shit I've done that I get no acknowledgement or respect for. I took down a fucking white terror cell in Chicago. I had to barricade myself from the people trying to get in the door. There's so much shit I will never forget, but I still never even talked about it. Because then it didn't matter. It was on to the next fucking hell. Then it just didn't end. It just never ended. It's like this terror cell. It just doesn't end, does it? No? Not so far. My motor skills are basically gone. I have hardly any motor skills left. But by the grace of God, when I do the reports, I'm able to speak. But otherwise, I'm not. The trauma has been too much. And I have gone mute. You're going to have to Google that if you even care. There's a huge hump in my neck. My body's deformed after living here. I didn't have a hump in my neck before I came into the ISIS terror cell. Yeah. And my foot, my wrist, and just I can't speak. Everything's black. My stool is black. Almost all the time they give me poison like candy. Then they tell me it's cancer. It's not cancer. These motherfuckers are poisoning me. I can hear them doing it. And you feel it, but you're not supposed to feel it. You're supposed to die from it. But none of this matters to anybody. It doesn't fucking matter to them. Whether I survive it or not. Clearly, this is the facts that I'm reporting. So I guess I survive it, but it doesn't matter to them. Thank you, God, for having me survive that poison. When it got dark, they set up their ISIS terrorist cell. And they would have loved if I talked about it last night, because this is a society of absolute psychotics. And because of God, they're still here. They're still right here on the earth. So this talking about them thing means many things. It means more than one thing. But my motor skills are too shot to explain it. But the main thing is for safety, and that is to not say a word. So I did not. And the thriller horror movie channel blasted from 7:30 dusk while they crawled under the floor, flush toilets, come in cubby holes. It went from that time until 4 a.m. I had to crawl on my hands and knees, as I do 90% of the time. It's almost mandatory. I've explained why, but nobody cares. Which is part of why I'm mute and can't hardly speak. It is horrifying to have to plug your ears whenever you want to hold a train of thought and know that nobody gives a fuck about it, about what the fuck you're surviving. They just don't care. And this means many things, but I can't explain it. But one thing is, since nobody cares, why am I surviving it? It's because of God. He wants me to just have to leave it at that. The thriller horror channel blasted at the loudest volume they could put it on until about 4 a.m. I woke up after crawling on my hands and knees to bed about 3:15. The TV thriller horror screaming pounding channel was still as loud as when I crawled to bed around 9 p.m. It was left at the loudest volume it could be on, and it was filling up both of my rooms. But Jesus guided me to leave my door to the room open. Don't close the door. Crawl to the bed on your hands and knees. You're so exhausted, you'll sleep through it. He said you're safe to go to sleep. Try as hard as you can to fall asleep to the pounding and the screaming of the horror thriller channel. I did. But I woke up at 3:15, not a surprise. It was still on, and as loud as when I had fallen asleep. I asked Jesus, I said, what do I do to keep myself safe? And he said, go into the hallway right now at 3:30 with all this happening and flush the toilet and run water in the sink. And I said, this is what you want me to do, and that's all I've got to do. That's it. And it was solid, yes, that's it. So I do what I'm told. And I went out the door. When I went out of the room, there was no stenches. Not that were very strong. But the TV was filling the entire house up. Like if you were at a theme park or a carnival or some sort of place with really loud TVs and sounds and music blasting through big speakers. And the lights were all on upstairs, floor 3. It was all bright. And all the lights were on downstairs, floor 1, just everything lit up. And the TVs blasting everywhere. Doors open to floor 3, there's TVs blasting everywhere. So I go to the bathroom and I flush the toilet and I open the door and the TV's still just blasting. And I close my bedroom door and the TV's still just blasting. By 4 o'clock, there was a terrorist up there turning it up and down, stalking my movements in my extra room. But not until that point did anyone touch the volume, and I don't think a terrorist was up there. And now the TV is not blasting. But so what? Nobody cares. I know that. And I don't, because I've been hostage and afraid for my life in this terrorist cell. For so many years, they left me to die in this row house in the back of the row house, trapped in a room. I don't open the door and breathe through my nose anymore. It's very subconscious, but I'm very consciously aware of it because it's been too traumatizing. 1,000 times? How many times? After long enough, it's got to be at least 100 times. that I have smelled things that are ungodly and give me pain, physical, excruciating, incredible pain. The migraines that I've experienced are level 5. When they fill the house up to level 5, chemicals that are not over the counter, they're chemicals from some sort of industrial warehouse. So I physically, instinctively do not breathe through my nose when I open the door to my bedroom. I have to make myself do it. I've learned to adapt. I breathe through my mouth as soon as I walk out there. I've adapted to living in a violent terrorist cell. And I am going to close this report with, I presume that I will live the rest of my life in some sort of captivity by psychotics. I don't know. But there's so much I haven't told the world because this internet and my family, my creator, who I call family, has always told me not to talk to people about it. And there's so much, right? So I think what they really, my family, my creator, leave me to be in captivity the rest of my entire life on this earth in a terror cell. And then I get a yes to the white ones. Some of the Saudi Arabian ones, but the white ones will take me first. They're more capable. And to put me in some fucking terrible dungeon in someplace overseas is their intentions. Is miserable. They don't like me, and they just research on me. And I think no, because there's so much that I haven't told the world that I know about my creator. I mean, I do, but I can't tell you. I'm not allowed. It's very serious. I'm not. My creator wouldn't really let these fucking psychotics take me and put me somewhere even worse, would they? No, there's no point or use for that at that point, because I'm supposed to be talking on the internet. I'm supposed to be very in your face, and I am. And the more I was in your face, the more you told me you didn't care and that it didn't matter. And my creator knows that. That's what they knew you'd do. So I don't think, no, that my creator is going to let these sick, psychotic white ones take me and put me somewhere worse. But of course I feel that way after being in this fucking place for this many years and having the entire world tell me I deserved it. I deserved it. Yeah. I didn't deserve to have a better existence or even chance at a life. I didn't deserve that. I deserved to live this way. But I disagree with them, and I deserve to live better, but my family, my creator, has these psychotics on the earth still, and there's nothing I can do about it. Let me be clear. I'm not allowed. Okay? I'm not allowed. I'm talking about the society of them and the ones in this terror cell. I'm not allowed. If you knew what I knew, which my family will not let these psychotics take me and research on me. But if you knew what I knew, which I am forbidden to talk to anyone about, You would know what I mean by I'm not allowed. There's a lot that goes on with me being born. It's like Wi-Fi, you don't see it. And that's all I'm going to say. And you know what? I know when I say this, it doesn't fucking matter to any of you. You've proven that to me, okay? But I have at least the ability to say it. Right, Iran? Because I can, Iran, right? Watch what happens to you, Iran. And you can't escape it.